Welcome back to Livie's Lovelies, your inspirational craft channel, and I'm your host, Fam the Fabulous. For more ideas, inspiration, swaps, and challenges, click the link in the description below to join our craft community, the Maker Exchange, on Facebook. Welcome back, all my artists, creatives, crafters, and makers. Welcome back to the Lovely Lab. And welcome to this week's Sip and Share, where I share with you what I'm sipping, what I'm doing, what I'm watching, what I'm making, and where I've been. All right, so let's start off with the first most important piece, what I'm drinking. So it's winter here in Georgia, but it kind of feels like the middle of fall, the start of summer, or start of spring, where it's kind of cold and dreary. So I just pulled out the Duchess Balmoral by Tetley, some British blends. It's a sweet and creamy vanilla flavored black tea. Now, typically black tea, it's typically strong. One bag will do ya, but with this particular one, it's very soft. So a really subtle tea. It's not heavy. So if you were looking to do something larger than a teacup size, I would suggest using 2 tea bags and steep it for about 10 minutes. And you might get a more robust flavor. Other than that, once you add cream and some sugar, once you add a little bit of cream, it's diluted. But it is delicious. Let me say that. It's a great breakfast tea. Actually, it's actually a great evening tea because I don't think it's got a lot of caffeine in it. Let's see. Nope. 2 cups. So it's not the strongest tea, which is fine for the evening. You know, when you want to settle down and you still got a few things to do, but you don't want to be up all night. That's a great tea. So that's what I'm drinking. What I'm watching Hoarders. Okay, I'm watching, I think, the 8th season. I think I watched the 9th season on another app, like the Discovery, the A&E's app. But I did not watch season 8, and that's on Hulu or Netflix, one of the two. Anyways, I just watched that show so that I don't feel so bad about all of my flaws and deficiencies. Okay, we no, maybe not all of us are hoarders. Maybe we have other things that we could work on. But for me, I definitely am not a hoarder. I don't like to have a lot of excess around me. I feel it makes me anxious. And even with my crafting supplies, I don't buy multiples of something like tools. I'll have one. I don't even accept, if I see another one at like a thrift store, I'm not going to buy it just because it's low priced, because I don't want an extra in my home. I'll buy another one when the first one breaks. Now, paper is a different story. You all know that it's hard to have the right paper at the right time, so we don't throw away a lot of our papers. So I don't hoard paper, but I do have a good supply, a good stash of it. Now, aside from hoarders, I'm also watching a show called Mapleworth Murders. That's on the Roku channel. And have y'all noticed a theme here? It seems like every week I'm stumbling across I'm watching some type of show that is either serial killers, murder mystery or something. But this particular show is a little bit different. It's kind of like, if I could sum it up in words, it's kind of like a comedy version of Murder, She Wrote. Okay. With a young female sidekick, and adult humor. Keyword was adult humor. So, but it's hilarious. And I think that they're only like 8-9 minute segments, shows, but it's on the Roku channel. It's free, and it's kind of lighthearted. You will laugh. You may be a little offended by some of the humor, but if you're not too prudish, is that a politically correct term? Anyways, for those of us who don't take life so seriously, you would enjoy that, especially if you like murder mysteries. So let me share with you who I'm watching on YouTube, who I've stumbled across, or who I have just dedicated time to watching this week. All right, so right now I have been watching, paying a little close attention to some new artists. Well, they're not new artists. to some artists, and they're new to me. So this particular one is Mini Small. Mini Small does drawings and um, like small little paintings, and like this one is gouache landscape painting, um, art journaling, and so on and so forth. So, you know, my thoughts are I'd like to try to support those who invest in their craft or um, their talent, you know. And I also like to support diverse creatives. I mean, creatives in a diverse, um, of all colors, in other words. So, of all races, as well as all genders. Okay. It's important to me to not be so closed-minded. There's a lot of things you can learn from a lot of different people. And so just having an open mind and being accepting and embracing of others, you open your own self up to growth. You know, because if I only go where I've always gone, then I will only see what I've always saw, right? Okay. So that's Mini Small. Now, one more thing I just got to share with y'all because I think y'all might not know. I have been catching up on my sister. My sister is here. She's the world famous, internationally known. All right, let me see if I can. Let me see if I can bring it up. Okay, our sister Mary J. Blige. Now, since I was 15 when she first came out, I have been an avid fan of hers. I have had purchased every album. I've seen her in concert about 4 to 5 times, about 5 times now at this point. And prayerfully, once COVID is over or we've gotten a handle on it, I will be able to see her as she's on her next tour. She's just released a new album. She's in on the show Empire. And look at me plugging endlessly and shamelessly my favorite artist. She is my favorite artist. She came out at a time. I was 15, like I said, when she came out. Um, she embodied a style of R&B and hip hop that I had in the back of my mind. I always felt like soul and hip hop needed to combine. Just in my younger days, that's what I thought, and it hadn't been done. So at that time, it was Puff Daddy that ushered her in, I do believe. And I've just been chilling with my sister ever since. So my whole family knows that she's like a sister in my head. So nevertheless, I have been catching up on all of her new video releases and collaborations. And I don't watch Empire. No, it's not Empire that she's on. It's Power by 50 Cent. I think that's a show that's produced by him. So excuse me. It's not Empire that she's on because I don't think that's even on anymore, but it's Power. And I think it's a different chapter. Nevertheless, she's on that. And she's also, I think they just did a documentary on her. The woman has been around. She's been on the scene for 31 years and she still looks amazing. Okay. So that's what I'm watching. What am I making? On my desk right now is this big B. Okay. On my door right now is another bee, but it's decorated in fall and it's already December. I need to take the fall decorations down. I actually got to pull that one off. And I'm going to do this one in the Christmas theme. I don't want another wreath on my door. I don't. And I'm going to tell you why. Because I live in Georgia. We have a glass screen door in the front of our door. Any given day, it's going to be 70 degrees. And in between the screen door and my door, that space gets heated up. Everything that I've made in the past that has I've hot glued this or that, that glue will find a way to slowly bend and things will start popping off. So that's really not, I want to stay away from that. So I'm going to take this, paint it, maybe decoupage, use some napkins or something like that, and then put some holly and berries or evergreen, whatever, that stuff. Not real, but real looking. And pop that on the door. Yeah, I think that's what I'm going to do. I think I'm going to do an oxblood red, a good oxblood red. Yeah. So that I may do this on camera. I may just come back and show you, like I'm getting ready to show you what else I've been making. I did this one on camera. This one is done in a matte finish. This one was done because I couldn't remember what I sealed it with. This one was done with different glue. So it has a bit of a sheen to it. And let me see if I can show you the slight difference in the finish. And I need to put a second coat on this because I just put enough down to put the napkin on. So as you can see, this one has a matte finish. And this one has a slight gloss, a sheen to it, a shine to it. So I'll put a second coat on that. And I'll put some goodies inside of it. Put a little candle in the back off to the side, cellophane on the outside, and present one to my neighbor, and the second one I'm not sure who I'm gifting that to. I can't remember who I said, but nevertheless they're gifts. Oh, one of my husband's clients. Yes, she's been a long time, one of our original clients from back in the day, in the very beginning. So her husband passed earlier this year, or it might have been last year. And so I was just like to make sure she has a little something from us, just to let her know that we appreciate her and we're thinking about her and we consider her family. So that's what I'm making. I also got started on, you don't see it here, but there's a pile of scraps on my desk from the Sister Friend journal that I have resurrected from back in the summer. I started on that. I collected some papers, created some signatures for it, and then I went off in a completely different direction. So I'm back at that. I've already created the cover. You'll see that in the very next video. That video is already done. It's uploaded. It's ready to be viewed. I just don't have it as public. So stay tuned for that. Actually, there is one video is already released. So I'll put a card up in the corner. And that's just the construction of the cover for the journal. And then the second video, which comes up tomorrow or the day after tomorrow, it will be where I decorate the cover, and it turned out amazing. So stay tuned for that. Now also, before I go any further on there, I want to just say, for those who are new to the channel, if you are still here, then you like what you hear. So go ahead and hit the subscribe button along with the notification bell, because I would love to have you as a new subby on the channel, and you will now be a part of this wonderful creative family that I have here. Okay. Now, one more thing, two more things. Josh and I participated in, Sunday, a Christmas gingerbread competition. It was hosted by our church. Everybody participated via Zoom, and we made a cute little village. I'll show you the video, a little bit of video right here. We took our time. The competition was for 2 hours. Oh my gosh, you could have told us that we were on like a cooking show, okay? Now, it was for Gingerbread House, but you know, I am so extra. Fam the Fabulous is the extra lady, okay? And so I saw the village, the Gingerbread Village at Walmart. So I got that kit, brought it on home the same day as the competition, nevertheless. And we used very few of the decorations that came in the kit. We used the icing and the gingerbread. And aside from that, as you can see, we used marshmallows. I sprinkled some water. I sprayed everything with water, and then I used a little bit of glitter to make it, you know, glisten like snow. And so while we did not win the competition for the best gingerbread house, we did win a $25 gift card for who finished first. So I am so proud of me and my baby. Josh and I put that thing together. We were working as a team, honey. And you know, the Bowens Builders Village, was a success in our eyes. So, yes, we won. Now, what I will be making is, what I'll be working on next are winter canvases. One is going to be paying homage to back home, and I'm going to send that to my sister in Texas where they have no snow. They may, considering what they dealt with last winter, but just I'm going to do, it's going to be mixed media. So I want her to have something that she can put up. She does not celebrate pagan holidays. She's still, she's Christian, but they don't celebrate pagan holidays. So I'm going to send her a winter themed gift for the family, during the gift giving season. I'm also going to be working on Christmas cards here on the channel. And honestly, I have to dedicate quite a bit amount of time over the next 2 weeks to getting this house, doing some updates around this house and preparing it for some guests that we intend to have over from out of town during the holidays. We haven't gotten confirmation, not as far as I know, that they will be coming, but my husband needs to put down a new floor in the kitchen and in the bathroom and possibly paint our family room. The wonderful thing about that is that my husband does home improvements and renovations and rehabs all the time. So him and his crew can just come in 1 day, 2 days and get everything done. That could have happened at any time, but, clearly just me asking for it is not really a priority. It's only when, family or friends is coming in from out of town that the urge is dire. I would be dishonest if I said, such and such plans on coming in from out of town. I think we need to do XYZ. He'd be like, okay, let's get to it. But I do feel like that's where we're at here. It's not really pressing if I'm asking for me. I digress, folks. All right, so let's just talk about where I've been. I've been nowhere special, okay? But I do plan to take myself and the rest of my family to some outdoor holiday events. They always have holiday and lights in a couple of towns near my home. And so my son has not been to one since he was around 4 or 5, so he probably doesn't remember the last time. That time we went with our closest friends, and they had it at one of the largest churches in the area, and they had it so that you could pull up, turn on the radio, and watch the lights displayed to the music as it played through your radio station. So the kids enjoyed that. At that time, they were in car seats. Okay, we had a blast. I think it's probably a video somewhere up on our Facebook pages. So, anyways, guys, I think that is about all that I have to share for the Sip and Share. I did not do any shopping this week aside from this and picking up some odds and ends for the home, but that's a good thing because it's a holiday season and money isn't tight, but it's dedicated to other things, right? Tell me in the comments what has been going on in your neck of the woods this past week. What are y'all drinking? What are you watching? What are you making? And where have you been? I want to thank you all so much for watching, for joining, for commenting, for feedback, for my new subscribers, for my subscribers that will be hitting the button today, and for my returning ones. Thank you all for being a part of my family, and for coming along with me on this journey. And of course, as I always say, until we're back here together on YouTube, guys, stay encouraged, stay blessed, stay creative and crafting. Bye for now.
If you enjoyed this video, go ahead and give it a thumbs up. Hit subscribe to join the crafty community, and be sure to click the bell for notifications of new uploads. Thank you so much for watching. Now stay tuned for more from Livie's Lovelies, your inspirational craft channel. Bye for now.